Thanks, LOI.
That's a different conversation. We've been to places with women.
Bro.
It was some ladies in the lobby, but it wasn't what we were looking for, especially on a night like this. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, what was you better say?
Yeah.
Regardless though, being a handsome ass nigga is like a double-edged sword, because it's like, first of all, you can pretty much get like anything that you want. Like, you know, the good looking bitches, like, you know, they're always going to be harder to get than the uglier ones. Or, you know, the less attractive, the less sexually inclined.
And that depends.
Let me tread lightly with it, right?
And that depends on what hunting tools you're using.
But you know what I mean, though? It's like you've gotten a bunch of girls that slid in your shit, that's commenting on your things, that it's like, I would never. But, you know, it happens because of the type of nigga you are, the way you look.
Of course.
You know, niggas is attractive.
Yeah.
I think so.
But I'm saying, though, like...
I wonder if it's going to be some hating ass niggas in the comments. Somebody to you bitch.
Nigga. Yeah. Shout out to motherfucking Tumba. I saw that nigga today.
Oh, where you see that nigga?
Nigga at work. He was with tall nigga, Dominique?
Dom? Yeah.
Dom.
Yeah.
Shout out Dom. Hey, shout out them niggas, man.
Yeah. What was we talking
about? Bitches.
We couldn't apply cheap strategy. And what I was trying to get to is that when a gay dude chooses, I know a lot, there's some niggas who would get mad. You feel me? Take offense.
Of course.
Get defensive. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. I don't know if that says about some type of overcompensation that's going on mentally. But we were able to have a conversation with Keith that most niggas that look and sound like us could not do. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying he was talking about a bunch of gay shit, but we was.
But he even said that. He was like, yo, y'all are cool.
That's the first time that's happened to him.
That's why he was like, yo, like we should go out for drinks.
This brand of nigga,
yeah,
is, come on now,
yeah,
it's never happened like that. But what do you think about them niggas who couldn't do that? Who would just get real appalled by that shit,
bro?
Like they couldn't even fathom a gay nigga choosing on you.
You see, I'm trying to think of a time, like to where, you know, I used to really say, you know, oh, like that shit gay. Middle school, you know,
young nigga, yeah,
where you're vaguely saying it, you know what I mean? You're just vaguely saying
pause and shit. Like it's still a, you know, I say pause.
You feel me?
But that's because I don't want to send no mixed signals to niggas like Keith. You get what I'm saying?
Precisely. But I never, like, it's never been a time in my life where I like hated gay people, or like I felt like awkward around like a gay dude. Like it's like, oh, a gay dude sitting beside me. It's like the gayness gonna rub off on me. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Eventually, it gets to a point where it's like being gay is like nothing. Being gay isn't worse than raping a bitch, which what we was talking about. With it, I just want to say the fucking clip.
There was a clip. Wait, what did you just say?
Being gay isn't worse than raping a bitch.
They're not even comparable.
Of course. But that's how some niggas act.
Sexuality versus an offense.
But that's how some niggas act.
Some niggas act like that though. Yeah.
And if you look in the Bible, that is an offense.
What?
Being gay.
Yeah.
Or Quran, or you know, whatever book you subscribe to.
And the Bible's so motherfucking thick that it's like it contradicts itself in a bunch of different ways. There's probably a passage somewhere talking about some ass, some anal nigga, anal and swan,
nefarious things, white bitches.
A lot of niggas wrote the Bible.
Yeah,
I'm sure there was one at least vicarious nigga in there. The pagans was fucking, but that's because they was pagans.
I saw this Egyptian artifact. It was like transcribed into the wall, like cut into the wall. It was showing like an orgy and shit.
Everybody fucking.
Everybody.
Like there's no boundaries. There's no hole you can't
a
in.
A pictograph of history of an orgy.
Mm-hmm. They're not gonna put that in the textbooks, nigga.
Nah.
But I had a point. I had a motherfucking point to this shit.
Regarding
I had a point. I think it's gonna come back, but I just got reminded of this. There was only one time where a gay nigga was like choosing, and I was just like uncomfortable about it. To be honest,
I think
you already know. It's back when we was working with Ron McDonald You know, niggas is on fries and taking orders and shit. Just one individual there.
Yeah.
It was the
got
manner. What the fuck you mean he got me?
He got-
What are you talking about?
No,
nigga?
I'm not.
Clear that shit up, nigga. What you mean?
I'm not saying he got you, but I'm saying the dude we're talking about, he has features that are woman-like,
Oh,
that are
he
feminine.
didn't get me like the way niggas think he got. What happened was I thought he was a woman. And even when I thought he was a woman, it would never happen. But when I found out it was a dude, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It was nigga.
And it's crazy when I told you that, I was like, yeah, that's like woody whoop whoop, because you know I was connected. You know, so I already
you
knew.
Clean that shit up. You was connected, nigga.
I was.
You gotta explain it.
Pause.
You gotta explain, nigga.
I was going out with his
You was
cousin.
fucking his cousin,
So when I
who was a woman.
So when I first saw him, like for the first time, I was like, what you mean that's like a dude?
Yeah.
She was like, nah, that's a dude.
He got you too. Everybody get got.
But not like you though. Not like you.
Clear that shit up, nigga. What you mean not like me?
You thought
You thought it was a woman.
Context.
You thought it was a woman at first.
5 seconds. But I'll give you the bit. You have to give Tony the benefit of the doubt because he didn't know him. He didn't know him.
Give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's like it's the motherfucker up there.
Corona times too, so mask.
Niggas was wearing a mask,
Yo.
dog, and he had titties.
Yeah.
Mask. It was convincing. But
Yeah.
he gave me like this weird, like this stare sometimes. Like, cause you know how McDonald's is set up. Let me say it for the viewers and shit, right? There's a front and there's a back. There's a hallway connecting the front to the back. So if I needed to see all the way down there, I could see all the way down there. Vice versa. I'm all the way down here. He's all the way down there. You know when you just like standing around, you get that fucking feeling like, yo, somebody's beaming at the back of your neck.
Instincts.
I turn around like,
It's like, I'm a mark right now.
what's going on?
Yeah.
I'm looking for it. I don't know what's going on. And then
Yeah.
we just meet eyes. I'm like, oh shit. And like, you know, like this happens in public where, you know, you macking on the, spicy thing, right? Like, you know, you meet eyes. She might flutter, look the other way, then look back at you.
Yeah.
He was just.
Yeah. Like a killer instinct.
like a
yeah,
nigga.
Yeah.
Like a nigga.
Yeah, the killer instinct. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was, yeah.
Yeah, nah.
I felt uncomfortable. And I don't think that's homophobic because I don't give a fuck.
That's not homophobic, nigga.
I just had a whole conversation. We just had a whole story about having a conversation with about a gay nigga and his inner workings of his life and shit. And shout out Keith again because he scored that night.
Yeah.
He found him a young tenderoni.
How
nigga.
did that, like, it's like we was walking out after we didn't really mac on them bitches. But
Nah, but we was forced into a conversation.
we was forced into a conversation.
I was losing in Connect 4. These hoes walk in, wanted to start a conversation with two young P's.
Yeah.
You know, shout out to. I'm not even gonna shout out to them.
Yeah.
But they was there.
They
you know,
was
when
there.
that happened.
But
It was
like,
a thing.
we was there for like 2 hours. We randomly walk out. This nigga Keith like, yeah, hey.
Caught one.
Yeah. Caught this black guy. Like, oh shit.
Shit, he shot a higher percentage than us that night, nigga. But he also had more shots. There's more dudes.
I don't know, bro.
It even made you stand up.
You see?
Like you ain't spin around, but
I didn't stand up.
you stood up, nigga. You stood up.
I stood up. He said, I even told him, I was like, look, like, nigga, don't like set this up. Like, cause he was like, y'all are tall. Like, he was like saying all that shit. He was like,
You got some long limbs right there.
yeah, he was like, oh, yeah, stand up for me. I don't think you noticed this. He walked a little close.
Word.
Like, he took a little step forward.
See, relentless.
Now, I wasn't like,
Relentless.
I wasn't like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But I was like, all right, like, Keith, like, yeah.
But you see, the thing is like, I wonder what vice versa, right? Flip the script. Put
If it was-
women in that situation, same thing. It's like we don't feel threatened because we're the threat. At the end of the day, if Keith would have tried to even graze your nuts, we would have beat his ass.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's successfully. Even if it was just you by yourself.
Exactly.
Like either or. We would have whooped his ass. There's no
Yeah.
threat there.
Exactly.
Now, if that nigga from the last scenario, the hypothetical we brought up with the gun that was trying to get you to suck his dick, say he was a big ass Terry Crews nigga. I don't know. You would still fight.
You will still fight.
Like there's not even a question.
Exactly.
But you could lose. I was watching Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman. I don't know the white boy name.
Yeah, that shit.
But yeah, like, you know, and when Andy Dufresne first got to prison in the first 2 years, you know, the sisters, they was feeling him. You know, that's what they called them in there, the sisters. They was feeling him. And, you know, they walked up in between the showers and shit, and he was like, hey, you got any friends in here? And he didn't even say nothing. He was like, man, I know what this shit is. He went and got out. And then he left, and the nigga started, you know, showering and shit. He was like, hard to get. I like those. Nigga, nigga, Andy was working laundry the next day. They was like, hey, Andy, we need some more detergent. Them niggas was already in there waiting for him. Beat his ass. See, like,
and they raped him, right?
It takes more than one nigga.
It takes
but
more.
They raped him for 2 years. And even Morgan Freeman's narration was incredible.
Yeah.
He's like, I'd like to say Andy fought the good fight.
Yeah.
The prison is no fairy tale.
Yeah. Nigga, see, yeah.
Prison ain't no fairy tale, nigga.
Yeah.
That's when booty band is at.
Bro, I'm gonna be real. Like, if I was put in that situation, like, I would kill a nigga. Like, I can't even, like, of course that could happen. You know, I'm not fucking Superman. But, like, nigga, I'm gonna take your fucking eye sockets. Like, nigga, I'm gonna do something.
You gotta unlock a different level.
You can't, it's no hitting. It's no amount of punches that can take down 4 niggas.
Bro, because you gotta think, 2 of them is holding you, and you know how that shit go in movies. 2 niggas holding you, he punch you in the goddamn stomach, tapping your ribs up, xylophone in them shit.
But it's prison, though. You gotta stay on point. Andy was square. You know, he was a square to the field and shit. You know what I mean? He kind of got caught lagging. You really got charges to the game.
Bro.
It depends on your perspective, though.
It's hard not to get raped in that situation. That's just how it is. You gotta fight 4 niggas. Ain't no telling how many of them is gonna rape you. I can imagine all of them, because it's like, I'm gonna, you know, go help my homie get some boy ass. Like, usually when you go out in the field with your homies, y'all all trying to get some ass. You're not just going to help this nigga get ass unless you got a prior fucking situation shit going on. You get what I'm saying?
It depends on who you're asking. If you ask Future, he like, man, this bitch for us. This bitch for you, slime. Like, you know what I mean? It depends. But I get what you're saying, though.
And that's how they do in prison.
Yeah.
Andy was for everybody.
Yeah.